Hi, thank you for joining us back here for day 6 of our fall prayer week as we continue to look at the prayer life of Jesus as outlined by James Stewart. For these last 2 days, we're going to be focusing on factors in prayer. And today we're looking at 2 factors, communion and thanksgiving. Now, by communion, he means fellowship with the Father. Here's what he says about communion. Often Jesus would turn to God, not for the sake of any gift that he was needing, but simply for the sake of God's own fellowship. He just wanted to be with his Father, and he didn't only go to him when he needed something from him, but it was just to be with him. Here's what Stewart says. Jesus would have men go to God when there is nothing to ask. Go to him not for his gifts, but for himself alone. That is the prayer of communion. And then the other factor in prayer that we're looking at today is thanksgiving. Thanksgiving was another element of which Christ's prayers were full. It was often praise and gratitude that drove him to his knees. Never did there creep into his prayers that note of aggrieved, protesting attitude of complaint, which sometimes marks our own. Always it was the amazing goodness of his Father that filled and flooded his soul. In the darkness as in the light, praise was the dominant note of Jesus' prayers. And the Bible tells us in 1 Thessalonians 5 to give thanks in all circumstances, for this is the will of God in Christ Jesus concerning you. And so my prayer as a disciple, as I'm sure yours is as well, is, Lord, teach me to pray with thankfulness and to commune with you, not just to go to you for what I need, but for who you are. Our prayer points today are for the long-term goals of Harvest Church. And so we're praying that in these different areas that He's placed on our heart, even though some of them may still be in seed form, that God would bring growth and expansion in His way and in His time. We're also lifting up today different missions that we support in Africa, along with our surge churches there. So let's go to the Lord in prayer today to commune with Him, not just to petition Him, and also to thank Him for His goodness, for He is good and His mercy endures forever.